A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brennan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On second down, here's Brady. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So out now come the Lions.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to let it go again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Dez Bryant, 29 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On play action, it's Brady. Deep drop. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Their dangerous wide receiver from 17 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's complete to Chris Conley. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Cuts it out here, left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their big tight end. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Dez Bryant, 78 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now to add the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
And he's got his man. Touchdown. Dez Bryant on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Brady throwing on second down. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Again, Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
20.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, Peterson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Here's the Lion offense. Get ready.
Call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes, like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Saw the magician's assistant in half like who the
So that's the process of putting your team together. From here, you can either take a moment to modify your lineup or, heck, head right out onto the field to see how you do.
Nice like that. We super nice like that.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down.
First things first, you'll need to select your head coach, bearing in mind that you'll also be utilizing the playbook that he favors in the NFL. If you're curious as to how your team's coming together, keep an eye on its overall rating. You don't need me to tell you the higher the better. So make your selections count. Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been... Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two. And this guy right here certainly fits that billing. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have, and I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they leaned that way if a player from that team became available. 2 words here: difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that... I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. I said,
always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. After the draft's complete, check out the drafts. The lineup screen should be pretty self-explanatory. If you'd like to make some executive decisions on your lineup, you can do so here.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, but the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right deep.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Giants are going to get a first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On second down, it's Tomlinson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Back to throw, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That could be a downside of putting together a team in Draft Champions Week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on. As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And a cutback, right sideline. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll toss it to Henry. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll give the Packers a first down. The pitch to Henry. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. A first down carry for Henry, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Time to step aside. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Again, it's Henry. He leaps over him and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now Rivers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Giants ready to come out now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To the air again, Newton. He's got time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. Now 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing, Rivers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Throwing Rivers. He's got Evans. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the...
To cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And a 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Henry in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One receiver to the left is Evans. Rivers to throw it. Over the middle to Evans. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's Newton now on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And a little floater there is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw is Newton. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The play clock's running down. Newton to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Red zone opportunity. They'll run. Tomlinson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of draft champions. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now a man who finished his career as a Jet, LaDainian Tomlinson. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson and some space here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They run with LT. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Finding time. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's got Evans. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Newton on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he coughed it up. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Newton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kyle Rudolph from 4 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got time in the pocket. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Leonis McKelvin. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Hit as he threw it. Charles, that ball's got to come out quicker.
It does, and the way that happens, know where you need to go with the ball in pre-snap. Has to read the coverage, has to have a great idea so he knows he can get rid of it right now to an open receiver.
Because he had no back in there to protect him with that 5-wide set.
So you know what, you become your own blitz control because you've got to deliver the ball and know you're going to get hit.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And his throw is incomplete. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connect.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Josh Maga. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get...
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Manning will try again on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you could see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jeremiah Tauchu from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Josh Maga. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Second and 10, Newton again. And incomplete on the deep ball. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got Evans. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And Rudolph has it left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Newton now to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Tomlinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On third down, LaDainian Tomlinson. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets have got it. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Manning now on first down. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Manning to throw on second down. Going deep here for Landry. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On third and long, it's Manning. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they're going to try for the fourth down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put. They come up in an offset eye. Here we go on fourth down with Manning. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's Newton. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Evans has it left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
Being tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays. Back
now in Nashville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Manning going to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Manning throwing on second down. And my goodness, another interception.
We've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around.
sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul.
One 49er has already been taken. Might we see his teammate here join him?
Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care.
Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump.
Roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen?
Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? Oh, this guy's a rare talent, and a huge upgrade over what they had before.
Speakers, your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul. Come on.
Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love.
This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front? And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? These are the rounds you love to see. Some big names to choose from here. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there.
I said,
Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain and shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on.
And with that, you've just wrapped up putting together your very first draft champion squad. From here, you can modify your lineup if you'd like, or if you're ready to go, feel free to jump right into game number one.
About to get done. About a good old flood, watching that red clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. Once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Gonna get money from hell.